Right, hello everyone. Today's video is gonna be about maximizing your team's damage output, right? So we're not gonna be talking about builds. Okay, we're not gonna be talking about builds, like specific builds, specific combos. It's more about how to maximize your team damage output and how you play, right? Some stuff that you need to know first is that in a team, right? The optimal one would be one DPS, one the sub DPS, and one support, buffer, healer, whatever you want, right? There'll be like the same thing, like Kalkaro as a main damage dealer, Yinin sub DPS, and Janshin as a healer, tanker, whatever you want to say, right? Basically support role. That's the first thing that you need to keep in mind. Second is, I know we're not gonna be talking about build, just general build, right? Of course, for your main DPS, you want to build a pure stats on literally like crit, right? Crit stats and attack your normal DPS build. But all your sub DPS, instead, I highly recommend you to build them on energy regen on their stats, right? Yeah, energy regen. At least one energy regen would be good, right? Why? Because you'll need it to cycle through skills very fast. All right. Sub DPS. Why is sub DPS needed? Is because it actually helps you cycle through your team like really fast. So let me give you an example. I'm gonna fight these two wolves, and I'll show you why, right, in a bit. For example, let's start with Yang Yang. Let's use her ult, and then we'll use her charge attack real quick here, and boom, we already can switch to our main DPS, right? We switch here, and we already can switch again, and let's switch again, right? There you go. And it keeps doing the same thing over and over until you're done. Alright? So sub DPS is the one that makes this whole rotation like much more faster and much more efficient. That's why you need them, right? They are not on field, but they are off field. They are mainly played for off field. For example, like Yinlin, right? But for Yang Yang, her best role is for her ult. See, as you can see here, her ult is already charged up again, even though we just used her ult just now, right? Her main role for Yang Yang, for example, in this team is to actually like gather enemy in one place so your main damage dealer can finish them off all in one swoop, right? That's why the reason you're actually losing out on this damage, other than if you're to get the right team comp, is that most of the time I see people actually wait for their concerto energy, which is this bar right here, the circle bar, to be full, and then you switch out the character. Okay, there is nothing wrong with it. Again, there is nothing wrong with that. Technically you want that, but there's gonna be time where your character is just way too long, just took way too long, like too long of time to actually charge those concerto energy, right? For example, okay, let's take an example. Okay, let's say for example, I'm gonna fight this bear, right? Okay, ult for Yang Yang here, skill, bam, and look, after one cycle, the concerto energy is not full, right? I need to do a charge attack, and then it can be full, right? There you go, it's fine. I'm gonna do E skill here. Look, do you see our MC's concerto energy is like literally 25% filled, and now we don't have anything other than basic attack to charge it up, right? Because skill is on cooldown just now. So what you do is that you can just literally switch without waiting for your concerto energy to full, and then you can switch back again to get that concerto energy full. But bam, see? Even without switching with your intro and outro skill, it's still okay. It's still okay to switch without waiting for this concerto energy to be full. Right? There's one thing. First thing I saw a lot of people is they always spend too much time on one character on field just for the sake of feeling that energy, right? When you could have just switched to another character and just finished the job way more faster, right? Second one is that they wait for echo animation, right? For example, here Yang Yang's echo animation is so long. For example, here you can look. Yeah, that took like what, 1 second to 2 seconds, right? When you could have just do that animation and immediately switch to another character to make your combo much more faster and fluid. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, now the cooldown already reset. Now let me, there's an enemy here, so let me just do that real quick. So I'm gonna press Q, and I'm immediately going to switch to our rover, our Havoc rover. Okay, boom. See, the echo will still do damage, but you can skip it by just switch to another character, right? The same thing goes for our MC2 for Dreamless Echo. I'm just gonna switch to Yang Yang real quick. See, it's still gonna do the same animation, so you don't need to wait for it to be finished and then you switch to another character, right? That's another thing to keep in mind. That is only usable towards a couple echo. For example, when using Thundering Memphis on this team, right? Kalkaro and Yin is using Thundering Memphis, right? You cannot just do the same thing because Thundering Memphis needs a couple hits. You need for Thundering Memphis to land the final hit and then you can switch immediately to another character, right? And then you can switch, right? So it all comes down to how does the echo work. But do note that most echo and some echo can actually be skippable and you can just immediately switch to another character. You don't need to wait for the animation to end. Okay? This is the first two tips I think that I can at least tell you guys how to increase your damage output as a team. And I hope at least this can help you in a way. Yeah. That it can increase your damage even if it's just by a single percentage or make your run faster even by a single second. I just hope that this can make your team rotation much more faster and much better than before after watching this video. I tried to make this video not too long so that you don't waste much of your time watching videos on YouTube and just get to play WoW more. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask that in the comment section below and I'll try to reply ASAP. And yeah, I think I'll just see you guys in the next video, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if this video helps you or not, right? See ya. Goodbye, everyone. Love y'all.